All right, ice finally cut, and we're taking the ice. Only 23 minutes late. So thanks to everybody for hanging tight. Well, they cut the ice. There was a 2 and a 10 in the game before us with an injury, so that kind of put us behind. They were supposed to cut the ice every 2 periods here because they got behind. They're just doing it in between games. So we'll go all 3 periods without cutting the ice. Bring you all the action live here on YouTube. We are live in Albert Lee, Minnesota at the City Arena. We're in the Roy Nystrom Arena, facing a familiar foe in Sioux City. Our opening game was in Sioux City, which was a 5-1 win. This will be 3 15-minute periods, 2-minute penalties. Big boy hockey up here in Minnesota for the 2nd week in a row. We were up in Eden Prairie last week, where we went 2-1-1. I got a state football update. Millard South leads Omaha Westside 14-7. It's at halftime. Yeah. So we're going to go with 1 referee and 2 linesmen today, or this weekend, at least for today. Hopefully it's the way through the weekend. Last weekend we just went with 2 referees that were both linesmen and referees. So I think the last time the majority of the group of this team was in Albert Lee was 2 years ago as Pee-wees. There was a few that played last year that were up here with the Warbirds. Got about 2 minutes left in warm-ups here. Take a look at Chad Sinclair taking a break this weekend, so he gets to be a dad. So I'll be calling the action for you here. Paul Allen likes to call his days off as vocal maintenance days, so giving Chad a vocal maintenance weekend. Paul Allen is the voice of the Vikings on KFAN Minnesota. So, and if you know me, you know I'm a Vikings fan, so I stream my KFAN while I'm at work. So Sioux City has 12 players and a goalie, so a little short bench. So fatigue might play in the 3rd period. Take a look at Casey Kern, the goalie, coming to the net, coming to the bench, grabbing his water. Final 5 seconds before we get started here, rounding up the pucks in the net. Referees are introducing themselves to the coaches. There's the buzzer. We are right at center ice, about 7 rows up. This will be the rink that Midland Warriors play at tomorrow night against Waldorf University. They're planning on having a gathering before the game with the Flyers and the Warriors. Kind of hang out, help cheer each other on. Flyers break the huddle. We got 15 minutes on the clock. Referees check the nets. Got an update. Miller South scored again. All right, starting today for the Flyers, Jake Carlson, Logan Nielsen, and in the center, Ladd Johnson. On defense, Cameron Mellon and Gavin Preble. And in net, Casey Kern. The puck is dropped and we're underway here in Albert Lee. Sioux City controlling the puck. Got it to mid-ice, put pressure applied by Nielsen. Got to stop. Johnson comes up, pushes it back into the Musketeers zone. Another long outlet pass. Johnson tried to intercept that. It was tipped down behind the red line. Going to be rounded up by Preble. Preble gets it over to Carlson. Carlson tried to get it to Johnson. Too strong, and a shot that goes wide. Comes into the near side corner. A little hard to see down in that corner. Battle brought out of the zone by Carlson. Carlson on the attack. Carlson's got a number. Sends it ahead to Nielsen, just too far out in front. Nielsen couldn't get a shot off. Trying to get it back over to Carlson, tied up in the corner, up to the point where it's Buzzell. Buzzell's going to throw it towards the net, off the leg of the goalie, near side. I think that was Vest that tossed it back down to the boards, where Sioux City's going to stop, reverse direction. Nice pressure by Vest, created a turnover there. Now Carlson has it on his backhand into the corner, pulls it out at the face-off circle, lost it. Going. Nice shot by Mason Buzzell, but it was gloved to the left side of the goalie. Face-off won by Sioux City. Sioux City through the zone. Dumps it in, where it's going to be Crackmeyer going down to get the puck. Stops, held up at the red line. Trying to get it to Sinclair. Pulled away by Sinclair. Sinclair, long pass up to Charleston. Just over the reach of Charleston. I think he got his stick lifted as he was trying to get the puck. Center round to the far side corner by Sioux City. Vest applying some pressure. Dumped out of the own zone by Sioux City. Intercepted at the red line. Dumped towards the net. Casey plays that one off to the side. Flyers are able to kick it out of the zone. Sioux City's going to round that up. Massive line changes for both teams. Ricks, Hibma, and Roeder out there for the forwards for Flyers. And that's Roeder had it taken away. Walking in by Sioux City. And Morris was able to tip that away just for a second. Another shot. Kern plays that one off to the side. Sioux City stops red line. Centering pass. Stopped. Backhand shot. Not on net. That one was wide. Still behind the net. Played out in front. Kern stops one. Out to the front. That one goes wide in the glove shade. I think that was wide in net. That was too wide. But Kern gloved it because he wasn't going to let them keep attacking. Good freeze, get a new line out. Here's as though Sioux City won that draw. Like I said, it's hard to see down in that corner from this vantage point. And Sioux City walks away with it on the red line. Now Johnson plays it to the boards. Mellon is going to walk it out of the zone. And Sioux City kicks it back in. Flyers able to get it out just for the second. Brought back in. Sioux City's going to throw one. Kern's going to play that off a stick. Centering attempt. Stopped by the Flyers at the red line. Over to the far corner. Sioux City on his backhand. Tied up. And Nielsen's able to play that up to the point. Low slap shot. It's turned away by Kern. Over to the far boards. Nielsen can't get a good stick on it. Still held in by Sioux City. Chipped out of the zone. That should be icing. And there's the whistle. So 4 minutes into the game, and it's 5-2 shots on goal. Sioux City with a 5. Fremont started off good with the 2 shots right off the bat, but then since then gone cold. Sioux City wins the draw again. Nice block by Sinclair. Puck rimmed up, held in the zone by Sioux City at the blue line. Nice lift by Vest to get it up to the blue line, but still held in by Sioux City. Kick. That goes wide of the net, rounded up by Sioux City behind the net. They send it up to the point and held in. Charleston kind of overplayed. If he would have slowed down, I think he would have had a chance to take that right off the stick. Long outlet pass, and that was intercepted. Charleston went back trying to get like a good breakout going. Maybe a long stretch pass. Charleston still gets back in the zone. Now Buzzle's going to rim it around to Sinclair on the far boards. Couldn't play that one. It's held in by Sioux City. Back down to the red line. Hard pass by Buzzle. Held in at the blue line. And that one's out of play. Five minutes gone by. I feel like after that first minute, the puck's been down in Flyer zone for the last 3.5. Flyers finally get it out, but I'm afraid that's good. Oh, they wave off icing. They said it was tipped. And finally down in the Sioux City zone. Sioux City going to control the puck right now. Chipped out of the zone. Walked in, face-off circle. He's all by himself. Sends it to the far side. Taken at the hash by Sioux City. Now near corner. Throwing towards the board. Stopped by Munhall. Munhall got it to Hibba, who dumps it out. Here comes Sioux City again. Down into the zone. Near side, face-off circle, thrown towards Kern and covered. That's a pushing and shove, a little extracurricular. Still sitting at only 2 shots for the Flyers. Johnson to take the draw. right out front. That one wide of the net. Now behind the net to the near corner. Sioux City all by themselves. Rounds up the puck. Johnson comes over, puts a little forearm shiver to him. Now Johnson looks up. Johnson tries to dump it down into the zone. He's going to throw it towards the goalie, who's going to glove it. Buzzle holds that one in over on the far boards. Chip towards the face-off circle where it's taken by Sioux City. Back out, chip that one over Buzzle, and they're off to the races. A 3-on-2. Oh, nice chip work by Vest. Got it to Charleston through Sinclair. Into the zone, taken away by Sioux City. They play it towards their goalie. Now Sioux City behind the net. Stretch pass out of the reach of Sioux City. And that one's going to be rounded up by Crackmeyer. Crackmeyer stops, looks up. Trying to get something going. Long stretch pass. He's got Charleston. Charleston all alone. Walking it in. Charleston backhand, forehand. Oh, and he went wide. Now to Vest. Vest throws it towards the goalie. That one played to the side. Now to Charleston to Vest. Back to Charleston. Charleston at the face-off circle. Down to the red line. Behind the net. Gets pushed away. Now it's coming up to the hash. Kept in by Buzzle. Sioux City's going to control the puck. Able to get it out of the zone. Sioux City near side. Face-off circle. Red line. Centering pass. Played. I think that one just went wide. No one got a piece of that one. A little back and forth. Roeder trying to get it out of the zone. Roeder tied up at the blue line and held in by Sioux City. Bouncing puck. Roeder's going to take it and get it out to the red line. He was rubbed by a Sioux City player, so he lost the puck. Sioux City rounds it up. Down to the hash marks. Now behind the red line. Sioux City centering pass. Nobody there. Up to the point. From the point. Bouncing puck towards the net, and that was stopped by the Flyers. Hibma tries to dump it in, stopped by Sioux City. Sioux City's going to throw that back out of the zone. Munhall picks it up. His pass stopped by Sioux City and dumped in the zone by the Musketeers. Morris assists that up to the hash mark where it was stopped by the Musketeers. Now taken by Ricks. Ricks through the red line. Dumps it in for a line change. Nielsen going to try to retrieve it. Nielsen on the boards. Has it taken away by Sioux City. Sioux City out of the zone. It's a foot race. 2-on-2. Carlson trying to hold it, and that one bounces in for a goal by Sioux City. Hit the right post, bounced out, and hit the back of Kern, and in it goes. Sioux City late for the line change. Has to keep their players out. Flyers won the draw. Carlson's trying to control it. Carlson sends it near side, held in. At the hash marks, face-off circle. Sioux City behind the net, stops. Throwing it towards the center, stopped by Flyers. That shot through the zone and out. Now dump back down, and we got offsides. Or icing. Is that icing? Offsides. I'm going to say icing the way it's going all the way down. Mason Vest to take the draw for the Flyers. Controlled by Sioux City. Buzzell tried to get it to Charleston and was taken away by Sioux City. Now Crackmeyer's going to carry it in. Down into the corner. Crackmeyer couldn't get it. Vest trying to center it. Taken away by Sioux City. Nice little move by Sioux City. Walks it in. Got to the center. Stops at the faceoff circle. Just slid that one by Buzzell down to the red line from behind the net. Looking, centering. Now we're back to the hash marks on the near side. Bounces it up to the point. Lot shot through and caught by Kern. Sioux City out shooting the Flyers 8-3 right now. And we've only won one face-off, 1 for 9. Looks like Johnson to take the draw. Hibma's taking the draw. Sioux City wins another one, 1 for 10. Sioux City throws that towards the net, stopped and played to the back boards, tied up in the corner. Slides out. Sioux City's going to send that behind the net. Taken by Morris. Morris tried to get it to Roeder, and it was intercepted by Sioux City. Back down behind the red line. And Morris is battling all alone. Sends it up to the boards. Roeder's able to get it out of the zone. Sioux City's going to round that up and dump it in. Morris couldn't play that. Bounced off his stick. Sioux City fans on a shot attempt. Drop pass right to Sioux City, and Kern's going to cover that. Sioux City wins another draw, 1 of 11. Carlson stole that one, but it was dumped in and offsides on Sioux City. So face off right here in the neutral zone. It'll be Johnson to take the draw again. Sioux City with another win. Dumped into the zone. Nielsen, fans on his pass attempt. Sioux City, fans on the shot. Good pressure by Nielsen, got it poked out. Here comes Carlson. Carlson on the attack. Can't get a shot off. He was tied up before he could get a shot. Held up to Preble. Preble gets that one through. That one's wide of the net. Rebound shot by Mellon. That one wide, and we got a whistle. Hooking called on Sioux City. Sioux City going to the sin bin. Flyers on the power play. Two minutes on the clock for the power play. Johnson to take the draw. He's got Preble to the right, Vest to the left. Up on top, we got Crackmeyer and Morris. Got to win the draw. We do win the draw to Vest. Vest couldn't get it up to the corner. Tied up on the boards. Near side, Sioux City's trying to clear it out. Preble, good pressure. Thrown to the far side. Crackmeyer's going to get it. Crackmeyer at the hash. Bouncing puck. Able to calm it down. Crackmeyer walking around. From the point. He's got to take a shot. That one goes wide. Near side, Morris. Morris, extreme angle shot. He's got his own rebound. Good screen by Johnson. Got it to Crackmeyer. Crackmeyer over to Vest. Vest shot. Nice deflection, but it was covered by the goalie. Johnson had a good deflection on that. So we'll try it again. Johnson to take the draw. Still got Vest, Crackmeyer, Morris, and Preble out there. Got to win the draw again. They do win the draw. Held in by Crackmeyer. Crackmeyer's shot. That one might have went off the helmet of the goalie. Into the corner. Morris trying to get it to Johnson. He's still fighting down on the corner. Now Sioux City comes away with it. Sioux City shorthanded. All alone. Got past Vest. Going to center pass. That one wide to the net. Bouncing around. Still out in front. Kern's going to cover that one. Looks like I forgot to get the clock running on that. Let's get that set. Flyers got another draw. Got it out of the zone. Charleston on a foot race. Centering pass denied. He has Ricks in the center. That shot gloved by the goalie. So we'll try it again. Carlson to take the draw. Got it to Ricks. Ricks to Mellon. Mellon sends it over to Munhall. Munhall walks up. Munhall low shot. Turned away by the goalie. And Sioux City coming back out. Shorthanded. 20 seconds left on this power play. Walking it. Backhand goal and a shot. And a goal. A shorty beat Kern glove side on the far side. So we still got 15 left. Vest fighting through, able to chip it into the zone. Centering pass, Johnson can't get a shot. Sioux City comes away with it. Sioux City, 2 seconds, 1 second, and at full strength. Sioux City walks it in, turned away by Crackmeyer. Crackmeyer up to Vest. Vest got it out of the zone. Hibma with a nice play. We got Hibma and Johnson out there with Vest. That pass up and out of play. Clock shows 40.5 on the board up there. I have 40 on my board. It's like a piece of debris on the ice. Flyers win the draw. Bouncing around. Sioux City holds it in. Crackmeyer got pushed down. Johnson brought it up to the point. That one tipped by a Sioux City player, goes wide. Into the boards. We got another penalty coming up on Sioux City. Roughing called on Sioux City as Vest was headed towards the boards. Sioux City extended his hands and pushed him in. Pretty close to boarding, but they only give him roughing. 0 for 1 on the first power play with a shorthanded goal given up. We're going to go from the near side. Johnson's going to take the draw. Vest to his right, Preble to the left, Crackmeyer and Munhall up top. Sioux City wins that draw, sends it over to the far side. Munhall's going to pick it up. Munhall gets it to Crackmeyer. Crackmeyer over to Vest. Vest's going to send a low shot. That one almost got through. It's bouncing out in front, turned away. Sioux City picks it up. 6 seconds left. Outlet pass, got it to the blue line, and that should do it for the first period. So we're through one. Heading into the second period with 1:39 to go on the power play. Just a few first period stats that don't look great on the Flyers side. Kern faced 10 shots, gave up 2 goals.
I don't know. I don't care that he's wrong.
Flyers have 8 shots on net. They got quite a few in those power plays. There was 19 face-offs and 5 wins by the Flyers. We blocked 1 shot and put 3 hits on Sioux City. So definitely need to win more draws to get more possession. More possession will lead to more shots, and more shots should lead to more goals, in theory. See Coach Buzzle very animated with the team right now. He does have his voice back this week. Up in Albert Lee, he was voiceless. So we got 15 on the clock for the second period. Ref checks the goalies. We're ready to go. Flyers win the draw. Vest tried to get it ahead to Johnson, or Preble. That was taken away by Sioux City. Sioux City into the zone. Nice poke check by Crackmeyer. Crackmeyer, or it was Johnson that picked it up. Got it to Vest. Vest kicks it in with his foot, with his skate. Got it down to the red line. Sent up, held in by Munhall. Munhall skates past one. Looks, centers to Crackmeyer. Crackmeyer's going to send it over to Vest. Vest going to send a low shot off of a Sioux City skate. Now from behind the red line. Munhall's going to walk it around. Munhall back up to Vest. Vest going to send a low shot. That's through and a goal! Vest gets the Flyers on the board. 4:19 to go. The power play is over. Two to 1 now. Vest from Crackmeyer and Munhall. So play resumes. Flyers win the draw. Nice little drop pass back to Munhall. Munhall, long pass that touched nobody, and ice. Good thought, as he had a player cut through the zone. If he can get that angle just right, he's got him in stride. Unfortunately, I think the player going through the zone didn't know that that's what the plan was. Sioux City wins that draw in Flyer zone, walking it in. Shot attempt, I think one of the Flyers lifted a stick. Still held by Sioux City from the blue line. That shot bounces off of, can't tell if that was a Sioux City player or a Fremont player. Hibma got a stick on that one. The statistician said it was Hibma. Centering pass, couldn't get it. Charleston, drop pass. No, I think he's had his stick hit as he was trying to make a pass. Shot, glove save, Kern. 13:37 to go. This will be Johnson to take the draw. Sioux City stole it from Buzzle as Johnson tried to play it over to Buzzle. Sioux City sends that from the blue line to the far corner. Sioux City walks in. That shot goes wide. Near side corner. Buzzle going to chip it towards the boards. Held in at the blue line. Sioux City. Nice block by Johnson. If Johnson can get ahead. Gets across the blue line. 2-on-1. Johnson too far out in front of Nielsen. And Sioux City coming back the other way. Drop pass, face-off circle. Kern kicks that one. Near corner, up to the blue line, dumped back in. Sioux City from the hash, near side, back up to the blue line. Slap shot wide. Ooh, that got redirected. Kern was way out of position, but was able to get a leg on it. Still held in by Sioux City. Face-off circle, walks in, got through the defenders, walks it all the way in, off of Kern's face mask. Up to the blue line, dumped back down behind the red line. Buzzle's going after it. In the corner, all alone. Buzzle looks up. Held in at the blue line, pushing and shoving. Walked out by Sioux City. Center ice. That shot wide to the net. The backhand of Crackmeyer. Off the boards. That one got past Sioux City and out of the zone. Carlson's racing for it. Carlson tied him up. Here comes Sioux City. Got a guy on the far side. That shot goes high and wide of the net. Near side hash mark. Back to the corner. Sinclair's got him tied up. So does Vest. Buzzle comes over. Chips it up. That one low. Played by Kern to the far side. Guy was right there for the rebound. Luckily, so was Charleston. Stopped any shot attempt. Sinclair behind the red line. Stops. Gives it up. Shot wide to the net. Still out in front. Taken by Sioux City. Here comes Sioux City back the other way. Gains the zone. Oh, nice poke check by Preble. They throw it towards the net. That one wide. Over to the far corner. From the hash. And Charleston's whiffed on a hit attempt. That shot wide of the net. Far side. Stopped by Mellon. Mellon tried to get it ahead to Charleston. That's not touched by anybody, and it's icing. Hidma loses that draw. Sioux City from the red line walks it all the way in. That shot covered by Kern. Still covered. He dives and covers it. Hidma to take the draw again. Tied up. Flyers win that one. Morris has it taken away. Sioux City's walking that one in. A shot. That one stopped. Into the boards. Pushing and shoving. Morris stops behind the net. Comes near side. Nobody there but a Musketeer. Centering pass. Turned away by Munhall. Munhall trying to get it to Roeder. Roeder dumped it ahead. Sioux City rounds that up behind the red line. Sends it over to the far corner. Sioux City back near side. Now back to the far corner. Hidma, nice hit by Hidma up to Munhall. Munhall's going to chip it back to Hidma at the hashes. Sioux City's going to round that up. Sioux City, ooh, that pass got through. And here they come, a 2-on-2. Little toe drag from the middle. Quick kick saved by Kern. Sioux City from behind the net, circling it up. Carlson able to chip that away. Carlson on a race. Got pinched off at the blue line. He was still touching the blue line, coach. That one dumped all the way down. That is waved off. Morris. Long stretch pass. Not touched by Carlson. But icing waved off. Sioux City back the other way at the red line, blue line. Gains the zone. Offsides on Sioux City.
9-1 in the shot department.
9-1 this period.
It wouldn't matter though.
Sioux City with 9 shots this period. Fremont with 1, but that one was a goal. 3 of 6 on faceoffs. Doing a little better this period. Johnson doesn't win that one. Now Crackmeyer. Not on target with Nielsen. Sioux City can't find that puck. I can't find it on the net either. That one played by Kern. Over to Carlson. Carlson ahead to Johnson. Johnson a 1-on-4. Can't get through the fourth guy. And he drew a penalty. Tripping on Sioux City. One of those 4 took him down. Well, we're 1 of 2 on power plays. Let's see if we can make it 2 of 3. Johnson to take the draw on this power play. Tied up, sent towards the goal. That one was wide. Bounced up top. Munhall is going to play it to Vest. Vest has it taken away. Munhall off his foot. Johnson's got a chance to keep it in the zone. Bouncing around, it does come out. Can't give up another surety. That one high and gloved by Kern. Johnson to take the draw again. Wins it over to Munhall. Munhall's going to send it over to Crackmeyer. And an offsides. The passes haven't been crisp. Tied up off the draw. Fighting. Taken away by Johnson. Johnson can't get it too deep into the zone. Munhall lost his footing there. And dropped pass taken away by Sioux City. Sioux City short on numbers. Prebbles intercepts that pass. Here comes Preble. Preble's got Johnson to his right and poke checked away. Munhall was there to pick up the puck. Munhall is going to send it long over to Crackmeyer. Crackmeyer to Vest. Vest sends one towards the net. That one's turned away by number 71 on Sioux City. Into the corner. Johnson comes over to help out. Johnson in the corner. Has it taken away by Sioux City. Able to get it back. Tried to get it to Crackmeyer, but Sioux City dumps it out. Vest rounds that one up. Vest goes by a little screen. Got to Hibma. Hibma dumps it in. Down into the corner. Just under a half-minute left to go in this penalty taken by Flyers. Preble had a chance. That one went up and over the net. Comes near side. Racing for the puck. Munhall lost his footing again. Lost it. And Sioux City was able to dump it into the zone. Rolling towards Kern. He covers it. .6:51 to go here in the second period. 6 seconds to go on this power play. Bouncing puck up to the point, held by Sioux City. They dump it high off the glass. Both teams at full strength now. Flyers turned away on that power play, dumped all the way down, and that's going to be icing on the Flyers. We'll come back down to the Flyers zone. Hibma, Charleston, Ricks are your forwards. Mellon and Preble on D. Sioux City wins another draw from behind the net. Off the skate of the Flyers. That shot kicked by Kern over to the side. Another shot goes behind the net to the far side. Rick's going over to get it. Now Mellon. Mellon with a nice attempted hit from the blue line. Send it towards the goal and stopped by Hibma. Hibma coming wrong. Hibma's got Ricks to his right. Gets past the last skater. Throws it towards the net. I don't know if the goalie got a piece of that one or if it went wide. From the point, Mellon's shot blocked. Taken by Ricks. Ricks trying to dump it down deep. Tries to kick it. Now Mellon has it taken away. That one dumped down. Icing waved off. Preble looks over his shoulder looking for help. Long pass intercepted by Sioux City at the high slot. Sent near side. Nielsen couldn't get there in time. Sioux City behind the net. Centering pass turned away by Kern. Now Nielsen backhands it. Got it to the blue line. Got it to Carlson. Carlson, one man to beat. Carlson has to stop at the face-off circle. Stops. Centering pass off of Nielsen's feet. Picked up by Johnson. Johnson skating through. Johnson at its feet and had it taken away. And Sioux City comes back. A 2-on-4. Sioux City stops. Centering pass off their own skate. Near side. Throws it towards the net. Stopped by Sioux City on their own player. Johnson trying to get it out of the zone. Now to Nielsen. Nielsen can't get it out. Dumped back in. Off the glass. That one got through. Carlson able to touch that before it got to the red line. Waiting for help. And Sioux City's able to come away with it. Oh, Vest stole that. Trying to get it to Carlson. Sioux City keeps it away from Carlson. Sioux City clears it out. And that's going to be, they don't call offsides as Carlson was late getting out, but they didn't call it. They got it back to Carlson. Carlson tried to tip it in, but it's taken away by Sioux City. Here comes Sioux City on the attack. Got through, can't get a shot off though. Played off a high stick and a whistle. So that's going to come all the way down. .406 to go here in the second period. Got to win this draw. Control the puck and get a good shot. Hibma to take the draw. Tried to get it to Roeder, but it was taken away by Sioux City. Sioux City pass to the middle, to the outside. That one too far out in front. Sioux City's going to win that foot race. They tried to take a slap shot, but Morris was able to stop that. Pass near side to Roeder. Roeder sends it back to Morris. Morris now got it to Roeder. Taken away by Sioux City. Bounced over Morris's stick. Morris from behind the red line. He was trapped by two Sioux City Musketeers. Now they're going to play a little back and forth. Centering pass. Couldn't be controlled. Roeder couldn't control it either. Now they get it to Roeder. Roeder from the hashes. Johnson was able to come through. Johnson's got Ricks to his right. Comes down. Or it's Hibma. Hibma tried to get it to Ricks. The one's got to switch his number to a 30. Oh, nice kick by Munhall for the moment. That slowed down their breakout. That 29-25 look alike. Bouncing around from the face-off circle. Sioux City's going to take a shot. Turned away by Kern. Bouncing around. That's still out front and covered by Kern. Now Johnson's out there. Sioux City with a shot, turned away by Kern. Mellon battling with Johnson. Sioux City still has the puck, near side. Face-off circle, Hash. Centering pass, glove down. Out to the blue line, from the blue line to the near side. Hash mark, down to the red line. Centering pass, turned away by the Flyers. Nielsen's got a chance, got it out of the zone. Now it's Carlson, had his stick lifted from behind. He's still battling for it. Comes near side. Johnson got through. Out to no man's land. Sioux City's going to round that up. Outlet pass through the zone. Near side. Walking it in. Throws it towards Kern and he covers it. And a whistle. So you're saying Munhall got moved to the forwards? Try to generate some offense here. Flyers win the draw. It's taken away by Sioux City at the hash. Sinclair battling. Vest battling. Kicked out of the zone into neutral ice. Sioux City's got it. Setting up an entry. Big hit by Sinclair. That's going to be a penalty on Sinclair. And touched by the Flyers. They still haven't called a penalty or the whistle. Waiting for the conference here. Yeah, it was still from behind. I don't have game sheet up. They're coming over. They need one more over there. They're going to call him. Checking from behind is what they're going to call. So Carlson's going to go over and serve the 2-minute. Sinclair's in there for 10. Sioux City on the power play now. Flyers on the penalty kill. Flyers win the draw. Buzzell gets it to Crackmeyer. Crackmeyer tipped by Nielsen and out of the zone. 1 minute left in this period. Trailing 2-1. Sioux City gains the zone. Dumps it down into the corner where it's going to be taken by Crackmeyer. Crackmeyer had pressure applied to him. It's tied up in the corner now. Now up to the top of the face-off circle. Backdoor shot turned away by Kern. Bouncing behind the net. Centering pass. Shot and a goal. Sioux City player left all alone in front of Kern. Carlson comes out. It's now a 2-goal lead again for Sioux City. Go to center ice. Sioux City wins the draw. And Sioux City gains the zone from the point. That shot turned away by Kern over to the far side. Taken by Johnson. Johnson gains the zone. Johnson going to walk it all the way in. Shot and a goal by Johnson. Ladd Johnson unassisted. Cuts the lead back to 1.
Officials still unassisted currently. One hop back in the
Final couple seconds. Can we get a shot off? We do. Oh, that one just missed. That would have been sweet if that went in. Unfortunately, it didn't. So we're still down by 1.
2 goals on.
So Flyers score 2 goals on 2 shots that period. Sioux City with 20 shots that period. Flyers had 4 hits that period. 2 blocks. 2 assists. And that time we were much better at the face-offs, as we were above 50%. We were 10 of 18 on the face-offs. Did win that period. Unfortunately, we're still behind. Got 2 goals to their 1 goal. We just got to win this next period. Hope to win it 2-0. So, like I said, we didn't cut the ice. They did a little skate with the snow shovels and took away some of the extra snow. So we'll be playing again tomorrow morning. As we get set to play this 3rd period here from Albert Lee, trailing 3-2. 15 minutes on the clock. Sinclair's in the sin bin for another 9 minutes, I believe. Sioux City won the draw. Johnson tried to jump that pass like a cornerback. Flyers get it out of the zone. Rounded up by Sioux City. Rick's got a stick on that one. Held up at the moment. Preble applying some pressure. Rick's going to take it and dumps it down into the zone. Near side corner from the hash. Sioux City can't get it out. Taken by Ricks. Ricks from the red line. Stops. Circles back. Has a stick lifted. Sioux City's able to clear it out. Sioux City at the red line. Johnson comes up. Mows down to the defender. Big hit by Johnson. Stretch pass. Tried to get it to Carlson. Taken away by Sioux City. Sioux City dumps it into the zone. Down behind the red line. Behind Kern to the far corner. From the far corner, Johnson putting another hit on. Johnson's playing angry now. from the point. Shot. That one wide. Over to the far hash. Stop turned in by Sioux City. Vest got it to Carlson. Carlson tried to touch pass it, but no one was there to take that pass. Back over to the hashes. Sioux City at the red line. Centering pass. Another shot and covered by Kern. Didn't get a good stick on that, but he had Kern out of position on that. He was looking for the near side from where the pass came from. Kern had over pursued. All starts with face-offs here. Vest can't win that draw. Carlson got it out of the zone. Sioux City regroups. Good pressure applied by Charleston. Charleston with a hit. Vest with the puck. Vest walks it in. Vest lost it before he could get a backhand shot. Sioux City outlet pass to the blue line. Cutting through the zone. Gains the zone. This is where Sioux City's depth might come into play, where they might be getting a little gassed. If we could get more players playing a little angry like Johnson, maybe we could get some big hits and Sioux City won't be as inclined to win those battles. Carlson trying to pick the puck up, gets it. Gives it up to Charleston. Charleston shot, and that's in! That's in! I think it rolled in off of Charleston's. Do you hear who they said? So we got a tie ball game. Sioux City takes the puck all the way down to the red line behind their own net. Bouncing out in front and played almost into the net by their own player. Face off on the far side in the Sioux City zone. Johnson, Hibma, Ricks, Munhall, Morris, tied up. Bouncing around. Sioux City's going to take it. Still bouncing around. Into the corner. Sioux City now. Throws it near side corner. Near side corner. Changes direction. Still looking for a breakup. Flyers pressing hard. Johnson stops at the faceoff circle. Poke checked away. Held in by Morris. Still bouncing around in the middle. At the feet of Johnson. Hibma couldn't get a puck on it or get the stick on the puck. Words are hard right now. It's getting exciting. Sioux City at the red line. Centering pass. Flyers all over it. Reverse hit on Munhall. Now to the point. That shot wide of the net. Far side. Hibma trying to chip it out. Held in by Sioux City. Now to the blue line. Bouncing. Morris. Morris off the glass and out of the zone. Icing is going to be called.
Pretty sure it's going to be Charleston from.
On the far side from the Fremont zone, Vest to take the draw. Vest has Carlson and Nielsen out there with him, as well as Mellon and Hibma, or Mellon and Preble. It was off us winning the draw back to Kern. Kern didn't get the memo to take that pass and hit the outlet. He covered it. Face-off won by Sioux City. Sioux City from the face-off circle. That shot wide to the net, near side. Corner. Back down, hash mark. Centering. Kern's going to cover that one before they could get a rebound. Johnson tossed from the face-off, so it's now going to be Hibma. Hibma got it to Crackmeyer, and then Sioux City took it away. Back down behind the red line. Played up to the blue line. Couldn't get it out of the zone was Roeder. Back to Crackmeyer. Crackmeyer near side boards, too far out in front of Hibma. Sioux City near side, back to Crackmeyer. Crackmeyer got tripped up as he was trying to skate with it. Here comes Crackmeyer. Crackmeyer dumps it into the zone. Down to the red line. Roeder with the puck to Crackmeyer. Crackmeyer back to Roeder. Crackmeyer's trying to get it back from Sioux City. Roeder's down there with Crackmeyer. And Sioux City is able to chip that one hard over to the near side. Johnson battling now at the hashes. Roeder gets it to Johnson. Johnson's shot deflected up and out into the netting. That was by his stick, not by the goalie. So that last Flyer goal is from Charleston from Carlson. Vest to take the draw. He's got Ricks to his right. Charleston to his left. Loose puck into the corner. Ricks, Vest battling in the corner. Tied up. It's loose from the board, still tied up. Still in the boards, sent far side, and that one's going to get out of the zone. Morris looks over his shoulder, can't play it. It comes away. Sioux City walks it in. Kern stonewalls that. Backhand goal, and that's in. And a good goal. Play resumes. Puck comes out. Sioux City's got it. Center ice. Sioux City going to gain the zone. Johnson applying some pressure. Turned away by Mellon. Mellon, nice push into the boards. Down in that far corner, hard to see. Sioux City guy on the ice. Carlson comes away with it and hit down. We're going to get pretty chippy here, I think, in just a couple seconds here. Sioux City into the zone, a 2-on-1. That one played too far. Carlson misses on his hit attempt. Johnson's going to throw that into the zone. Line change for the Flyers. Buzzle trying to get it out. Got it to Charleston. Charleston had his taken right off his stick. Back to Buzzle. Buzzle off the glass, right to Sioux City. Sioux City bounced that one over Vest's stick and into the zone. That one played too hard. Sioux City's going to come away with it. Behind the net. Trailing by 1. 7 minutes to go. Sioux City takes that one off Charleston's stick. Buzzle tried to get it to Ricks. Chipped it too high. He couldn't play it as it was in the air. Now down to Crackmeyer behind the red line. Crackmeyer got some room to work. Skating around some players. Past the red line. It's going to dump it down into the corner. Ricks is chasing after it. Ricks and Crackmeyer fight for the puck. Sioux City comes away with it. Dumps it ahead. Buzzle tried to play it, so they wave off icing. Buzzle looks up. Bouncing puck to Crackmeyer. Crackmeyer can't get it to Carlson. Now Carlson dumps it into the zone. Johnson's going after it. Johnson stops right at the red line. Johnson looks, centering pass to Carlson. Carlson can't get a shot off and taken away by Sioux City. Here comes Sioux City. That shot wide off the post, played behind. Carlson got it to Johnson, just a little bit behind as Johnson couldn't carry it in. Flyers get turned around. Sioux City takes a shot and glove and covered by Kern. Well, we got a penalty on Sioux City. I didn't hear what the penalty was for. And a timeout called. Slashing. It must have been after the play on Kern. So we break the huddle after the timeout. Going to be on a power play for 2 minutes or shorter if we can score a goal. Let's get a goal and tie this up. There is no overtime in pool play. 5:40 on the clock. Carlson's going to take the draw. He's got Preble, Vest. It's like Crackmeyer and Munhall out on this power play. Crackmeyer with the puck. Taking his time, looking, gets Munhall near side. Munhall's looking. Munhall's going to go through the D over to Vest. Vest from the bottom of the face-off circle, back up to Crackmeyer. Crackmeyer from the point, a shot, bouncing out in front. Backhand goal by Preble, no! That was in! 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 Gonna try it again. Can't get it in. Preble with a hit, and they're gonna call Preble for lifting his arm on that. So Preble, being the big kid out there, got a penalty, and we didn't get the goal. That bounced off the back of the net and out. So it's going to be 4-on-4 for a minute 15. Bouncing puck. Taken by Sioux City. Walking it up. Out in front, all the way up to the point. That shot bouncing through and a goal. When it rains, it pours. It's got to stay in because it's 4-on-4. And a hook on Ricks. That one wasn't called. Kern's going to glove that one. Trailing by 2 now. Here comes Crackmeyer. Crackmeyer tripped up, no call. Played near side. Mellon can't get it into the zone. Mellon's going to play that off the boards. Sioux City controlling the puck. Back to Mellon. Mellon playing it near side, taken away by Sioux City. Big hit by Ricks. Long outlet pass to Crackmeyer. Crackmeyer trying to get through. Squeezed off by Sioux City. Crackmeyer still right on the guy's hip. Sioux City at full strength. Sioux City will be on a power play for the next 39 seconds. Sioux City walks it in. That shot deflected. That shot off of Kern's face mask. Ahead to Carlson. Couldn't get it out of the zone. Now Johnson gets it out. Brought back in by Sioux City. Another shot deflected by Kern. Near corner. 2-1, even. We are at full strength. Preble comes back on the ice. Switched by Charleston. Played out in front, covered by Kern, and a whistle. Ladd Johnson to take the draw. Taken by Munhall. Munhall tied up. Sioux City comes away with it. And a shot, gloved by Kern. Ladd to take the draw again. Sioux City comes away with it from behind the red line. Drop pass into the corner. Chipped back behind the red line. Johnson able to chip it to himself off the boards. Tried to get it ahead. Carlson got it out and back in. That should be offsides. There's the whistle. 2:18 to go, trailing by 2. Should be a tie game. Johnson to take the draw again. Gets it to Carlson. Carlson fights through a hold. Carlson got double teamed and lost the puck. Now Munhall centering pass to Johnson. That was a little behind, and Sioux City comes away with it. Stopped by Charleston. Charleston dumped it into the zone. Charleston knocked down as he dumped it in. Munhall carrying the puck in, offsides.
Enough, boys.
Vest on the draw. Sioux City wins. Bouncing, held in at the point by Preble. Back to Vest. Vest couldn't get a shot. Preble trying to go through a couple people. Still bouncing around. Taken by Sioux City. Sioux City, long outlet pass. Crackmeyer was there covering it. Now intercepted by Vest. Vest lost his footing. And Sioux City gains the zone. Sioux City walks it in. Stopped by Crackmeyer. Up to the blue line. Low shot. Turned to the side by Kern. Rebound shot. Covered. It's still covered. Now a whistle. No, there was just 2 shots on that.
I couldn't tell if that second one bounced back out and smothered it.
He smothered it before the third one. Johnson to take the draw again. Sioux City wins the draw. Down in the corner. Preble battling. Can't get it out of the zone. Held by Sioux City off the ref. Munhall's able to come away with it. Munhall doesn't have numbers. He's drugged down. Johnson. Johnson to Hibma. Back to Johnson. Now taken away by Sioux City. Empty net. Ricks, the 6th player for the Flyers. Now Hibma. Gets it in the zone. Taken away by Sioux City. Sioux City skating through. Stolen by Ricks. Ricks gains the zone. Ricks going to throw one towards the goalie and gloved. .11 seconds remaining in this game, trailing by 2. That shot deflected off of a Sioux City player. Out of the zone. Preble's going to go get it. And that's going to do it for tonight's game. Flyers fall 5-3. And that'll do it for today. Three shots that final period for the Flyers. 20 face-offs and only 9 wins. 15 shots for Sioux City and 2 more goals in that fourth period. So that'll do it for tonight. We'll be back at 7:30 in the morning tomorrow with more Flyers action. Thanks for watching, everybody.